Hey friends, just in case you need it, here's another example of how gender ideology is destroying families and parental rights. A Washington, D.C. family lose custody of their autistic son, 16, after refusing to let him transition to a girl. The parents' worst nightmare didn't begin as one. This was just a normal military family that was homeschooling their son and decided to put him in public high school. But as we know, all it takes is just 1 year of indoctrination, and this boy back in May of 2021 told his friends that he was LGBT, but in no way suggested that he wanted to be a girl. During the same time that he was diagnosed with autism and going through some counseling services. In November of that same year, he attempted to take his own life after a horrible breakup with his ex-girlfriend. That's when his parents decided to take him to the Children's National Hospital. This lovely hospital, one of the top 5 pediatric hospitals in the country that also treats kids with gender dysphoria, thought a 16-year-old autistic boy who came in after trying to end his own life really just has gender dysphoria. So clearly they had to keep him in the hospital for an extra 41 days. What's that word that starts with an E when you're willing to give medical procedures that sterilize to people with disabilities? Once diagnosed, the staff of the hospital informed the parents that their son wanted to be a female and should be referred to with she/her pronouns. This is when the parents became convinced that the hospital staff was on a campaign to transition their child, especially when their son has never shown any signs of wanting to be female or stating to be female in the past until he goes into a hospital that just so happens to have a gender and autistic program that of course teaches kids with autism about their gender. Coupled with the fact that he wrote letters to his friends disavowing his previous male identity, this is clear signs of mental reprogramming. Once the hospital staff realized that these parents will not let them transition their child, they reported them to Child Protective Services, and the poor boy ended up in foster care. The son was then sent to a foster mom who just so happened to be best friends with the non-gendered hospital chaplain, Lavender Kelly, who was in full support of children transitioning. While being in the care of the foster mom, he went from a boy who graduated high school at 15 onto an associate in engineering to someone posting provocative photos all over Instagram and ending up having another incident of trying to take his life back in July in 2022, where he was admitted to the same hospital, but this time as a girl. Shortly after the situation, he was sent back to the foster mom, and the foster mom passed away, and the boy ended up in custody with the chaplain. And we still do not know if the boy has received any gender assignment surgery or hormone treatments or anything. But the silver lining is that the parents have filed an $100 million lawsuit against the Children's National Hospital. We are hoping that they win this lawsuit because they gave up everything to save their son, their thriving business, their home, just to pay legal fees. Stories like these are every parent's worst nightmare. These nightmares will keep on happening to more parents, especially here in New York, if we do not fight back against the Equal Rights Amendment from being passed in November that will give children the right to consent to these procedures without parental consent. New York parents, American parents, vote this November like parental rights is on the line, because it is.